Hello, gorgeouses. So welcome back to Richmond Reader. Beside me is a stack of books that is taller than me sitting on the couch. This one is a Goodreads giveaway that I won. Oh my gosh, so excited. Some loose leaf books that I bought, 2 Amazon packages, and a huge book outlet box that is like 6 inches high by also big. I'm actually waiting on one more package. I ordered 3 books from Barnes & Noble's like Black Friday sale and they never showed up. This is actually only my second book haul on this channel, and this one is much bigger than the last one because of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of the deals. This is literally only November. Something else that I love to do with book hauls because they end up being so long, and I did this in my previous book haul, where I will only summarize each book with 1 sentence, because if I go on a rant about each and every one of these like 75 books, okay, it's probably not 75, it's probably more like 26 to 30. I'm just gonna summarize them all in 1 sentence because I don't really want a 38-minute long video. I have all my notes and stuff of my 1 sentence to summarize all of these, and I did not make a sentence for the giveaway. I'm just gonna have to wing it, I guess. Don't look at my address. Unless you're gonna send me books. I'm just kidding. This is actually an adult book. Isn't that beautiful? What was that sound I just made? Ooh, what's that? It comes with its own like bookmark. Ooh, love it. So this is The Last Romantics by Tara Cochlin. We got The Last Romantics by Tara Cochlin. The Last Romantics by Tara Conklin, who is the author of The House Girl, which I've seen before, but I don't read a lot of like adult contemporaries, mostly because they're usually about like, oh, I divorced my husband and I have all these problems because I'm like 45, and I can't really relate to that just yet. There's literally no summary on the back of the book. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, it's on the inside. I obviously don't know how arcs work because I'm such an amateur. Sweet, it's in first person, and the main character's name is Fiona Skinner. She is famous for writing the love poem, which might be a book or it might just be 1 poem. And it looks like this story is her explaining her inspiration for this iconic like book thing she wrote. I remember now why I entered this giveaway. It's because in the beginning of the summary it says, it begins in a big yellow house with a funeral and a bunch of other stuff. I grew up in a yellow house, and it sounds like the inspiration for her iconic work that she's famous for is very strongly based on like personal family stuff. 2 decades later, the siblings find themselves again confronted with a family crisis that tests the strength of these bonds and forces them to question the life choices they've made and ask what exactly they will do for love. I'm really happy that I won this. I will read this as soon as possible. I have so many books on the TBR for the rest of my life. I'm never gonna catch up. But I will read this before it comes out and put a review up. Comes out in February 19. Now we're gonna get into the loose leaf books. Let me real quick see if I can do like a thumbnail thing. I'm gonna hurt myself. They're not even all gonna fit in the shot. And I'm not wearing pants, and I don't want you to know I'm not wearing pants. I'm totally putting that in the video. Please don't kill me. Whoa. I guess I'll include this right now. If you don't want to listen to me talk about the loose leaf books, you can just skip to this time signature if you want to get to the unboxings, or this time signature if you just want to get to the book outlet box. Hey. So the first book that I bought in the month of November, Good Me, Bad Me by Allie Land. And here's my 1 sentence. Millie's mother is a serial killer, so she turns her own mother into the police, but soon worries she's doomed to turn out just like her murderous mother. Whoa. Next I have The Girlfriend by Sarah J. Naughton. This was on Amazon for like $3.83 or something, and I was like, I've had this on my wish list. It's almost $4, like I'm gonna buy it. In this book, a girl named Mags receives word that her brother is in a coma, and his girlfriend was the only witness, so Mags begins an investigation of her own. I love amnesia coma books, and I love deformity illness books, and I love mental illness books, and I love, oh my god, all the books that about ailments. I think there's a term for this. It's called sicklit. Sometimes people hate this trope or this genre or whatever, but I really like it. This is also adult. Oh my gosh. Am I turning into an adult? Oh gosh. Don't worry, most of these are YA. So we have 5 feet apart by 3 people. I'm gonna have to read them off the cover of the book. Rachel Lippincott, Mickey Dawdry, and Tobias Iaconis. Oh, something embarrassing about me when I read soon to be a major motion picture. Every time I read that on a book, I always say soon to be a major motion picture. So my sentence for this one is, Stella and Will are both hospital patients, but soon start to fall for each other. And the only way to stay alive is to stay apart. This gives me everything vibes, and it's also becoming a movie. That's why you might recognize it. Soon to be a major motion picture. Starring Cole Sprouse, I think, and I forget who the girl is. Insert pictures here. theaters everywhere next year. Another early November purchase was The Arsonist by Stephanie Oakes. This was a weak moment book. I didn't want to leave the store without buying a book. You ever have those moments, those days where it's like you go to the bookstore for fun, but it's like you don't want to leave without one? This was one of those moments for me. My camera just went to sleep and I have no idea where I left off. So, I think it got this one. I hope it got all of this one. It might have cut off during this one. So I'm just gonna go over this one again because I don't think the camera got all of it. I did already start reading this one. I am so pleasantly surprised that this book reads kind of easy, like a contemporary sort of. I know it's fantasy and I wouldn't have picked it up, but BookTube kind of made me do this. Plus it was half off on Black Friday, so I was very happy about that. Here is a very, very run-on sentence of how I can summarize this book for you. There are 3 types of people: paper, steel, and moon. And the main character Lee believes her whole life that she is the poorest, the lowest caste paper. So one day Lee is kidnapped from her job because the king wants her because she has these bright golden eyes that might prove that she's not just paper. She might, you know, have powers. She has these bright golden eyes. Ooh, she might have something going on. And on the same day at Barnes & Noble's Black Friday, I bought the beautiful hardcover. Actually, I like the illustration of the first 2 covers better. Sorry, just kidding. I started reading the first one. I did, but I never finished it, and I did not read the second one, and now I have the third one, so I can just read all of them, and it'll be a great time, because I know this series is really good. I just, again, fantasy's not my shtick all the time. I don't really have a sentence to summarize this book just because it's a whole series and this is the 3rd one and there might be spoilers in there. So I just wanted to say that I bought this and I have it, Black Friday, hardcover, and it also came with a bookmarker, which I can totally show you. It is metal and highly susceptible to finger smudges, so I'm not going to touch it. But it says, as long as you fight the darkness, you stand in the light. And the last loose leaf book I have is one that I bought at Target. Now Target doesn't always have the best Black Friday book sales. Usually they have a couple like hardcover new releases that are a really good price. And there's only one that I had any interest in getting. So this year when me and Doug went to Target for the Black Friday sale, he bought a television and I bought Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zuzak. This is the largest book with the smallest summary on Goodreads I have ever seen. And that's kind of a bad sign if you can summarize this whole huge book in like a couple sentences. And it's gorgeous underneath. Yes, people. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Tricks are for kids. I love it. This is his signature, I guess. So here's my sentence for Bridge of Clay. A father disappears and leaves his 5 sons, 5 brothers, to bring each other up, one of which is Clay, who is the focus of the book. That's all I got. And the title is metaphorical. It seems like Clay is working to help his family heal from their father disappearing, so he builds a bridge, a metaphorical bridge, so to speak, for everybody to just get on with their lives. Oh my gosh, people, we can move on to the unboxings. I'm so excited. I have this problem like when I get paid that I order books. Wow, this one's really easy to open. Oh, check that out. Just, people could have stolen my books and just put the boxes right back by the mailroom. The 2 books that I ordered, Sawkill Girls and The Invasion. Claire Legrand, Peter O'Gillen. Creepy books, creepy books. Oh my gosh, people, do you realize I have no Christmassy books in this haul and I'm not going to because Christmassy books can suck it? Sorry, content warning for anyone who loves Christmas. And I know this is right in the middle of all of the books happening and everything, but that's why I haven't been posting videos. That's why I haven't been filming the past few weeks. I am so just in this mood because it's been so dark and rainy and cold. So we got the seasonal affective disorder going on, and then we got it's the holiday season and cheerful and happy and Christmas carols, and oh my gosh, I just can't stand any of it. So, creepy books it is. So here's my sentence for Sawkill Girls. 3 very different girls, Marion, Zoe, and Val, are brought together on Sawkill Rock, a popular party spot where girls have been disappearing for decades, and there are definitely Slender Man vibes. I love the freaking cover. Look at this cover. That is so freaking crazy. Look at her lips. Like, her lips are so creepy. They look like my lips. And the other book I ordered was the much anticipated, but I didn't order it until now, book, The Invasion, the sequel to The Call by Peter O'Gillen. And oh my gosh, I loved The Call so much. I had Doug read it, my fiance. It took me forever to get Invasion. Look at the cover art, it's so good. This book is making me smile so much right now. I am like so geeking out about this book. These two hardcovers are both pretty matchy. This book I'm so excited for. The Call was so good. I've never been like impressed and blown away by a fantasy book before. I mean, I have, but like not for a while and not like The Call. So my sentence for this one, even though it's a sequel, I'll try to keep it vague, is the monster attack on the school in book 1 has started a witch hunt for the kids who survived The Call. And it sounds like our main character, Nessa, and I really like that it's the same main characters, Nessa and Anto. Nessa is like a huge target, and her punishment is they want to send her to the Grey Land where all the monsters and things are forever. So this second Amazon box, one is for me and the other one is a gift for Doug. So I'm just gonna have to tell him don't watch the video until after Christmas. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the one for me. Oh my gosh, I'm on the fence about adult coloring books, but they had a Buffy one and I was like, I almost lost my mind. And they had a Cyber Monday sale with this one where it's originally $15. I'm so excited for this, you have no idea. I am geeking out right now. I'm literally about to cry. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So this was originally $14.99. It was on sale on Amazon for $10, and then the Cyber Monday deal put it down to like $5 something, and I was like, can I have 17 please? I should have gotten a bunch and just given these to people for gifts for Christmas, because who doesn't want a Buffy the Vampire Slayer coloring book for Christmas? I'm also very nostalgic about Buffy right now because Kiersten White wrote Slayer, which is the next book that I'm going to be starting. I'm actually going to start reading it today. Kiersten White wrote Slayer, and I have an arc of Slayer. I'm so excited. Actually, this is very similar to the Buffy coloring book if you think about it. I'm gonna show you the book that I got for Doug. I'll admit, I'm not really a D&D fan, but I got him the Player's Handbook because he really wants to get into Dungeons and Dragons, and he wanted the handbook, and he's looking at it on Amazon, and I'm like, Christmas ideas. Looks like a lot of reading. Everything a player needs to create heroic characters for the world's greatest role-playing game. The artwork in this is pretty like elaborate. It's like painted and very nice. So I'm gonna go check my email real quick just to be sure that I don't have another package that I could be opening right now. I will be right back. I was like, there's this little Amazon package. I was, going down to see if my Barnes & Noble books were here. And there's this little package, and I'm like shaking it around, and like there's a little thing in there. I don't order anything from Amazon besides books, honestly, I don't. And I opened it up, and it says, "Hi Emily, enjoy your gift from Mom." She sent me a little chapsticks. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I love my mom so much. Burt's Bees fruit mix. So there's wild cherry, pink grapefruit, coconut and pear, and strawberry. The moment we've all been waiting for. I'm excited. So this book outlet purchase was part of their Black Friday sale where everything was 30% off. Okay, so let's start with the book that I bought Doug, which I don't have a sentence for. This was on Book Outlet. This is the prequel book, The Outcast by Terry Mathew, that is the prequel of the Summoner series, the Summoner's trilogy, and Doug read all 3 books within like a week and loved them to pieces. This book was $4.47 with the Book Outlet sale price and then extra sale price. My Lady Jane by 3 people, Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. I wasn't gonna get this book because I'm not a big fan of like historical fiction, but everyone says this book is hilarious, and it's in paperback finally, and it was on Book Outlet for $2.65. So here's my sentence for My Lady Jane. The 16-year-old king is dying, so to secure his royal family line, he arranges for his cousin Jane to marry a horse man? Okay, so it's like there's a man who every night he's a man, but every morning he turns into a horse. All of these books, if you have read them, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Next we have The Absoluteness of Nothing by C.J. Watson. I bought this book for $1.88 and here's my sentence. This is a mental health-esque novel about a boy who plays the same video game over and over again to escape reality. I'm so pumped for these books. And The Trees Crept In by Don Taggett. What? Kurtigich? This book was $2.23. I have wanted this for so long, and here's my sentence. Two sisters escape their violent father and move into their aunt's eerie house, where the trees creep in closer and closer, and there's a man lurking in the basement who has no eyes. I love when there's notes and stuff in books. This book was $2.23 after the sale. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. However, I bought this because I've just finished a book by Gilly Macmillan, link below because it's a very ranty review. I did not like I Know You Know. And this is one of her previous books, and I just want to give this author another chance. When one of two best friends die, the crime is investigated. Why did I buy this book? That sounds horrific. It's in first person, so at least I'll like that aspect of it. Oh, this is big. Oh, hello. I have not yet picked up Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, but now I have it. But this book was only $3.77. This might lose me some subscribers, but I have not actually read this series yet. I have now the completed trilogy. Okay, this one was on my Amazon wish list, and then I saw it on Book Outlet. What? This is In Her Skin by Kim Savage, and here is my sentence for this one. Jo is a 16-year-old girl who is living on the streets, and then she devises this plan to impersonate a missing girl who went missing when they were around age 9. And then the family that takes her in is pretty sketchy and probably dangerous. So this next book is one that really made me complete this order and like hurry up and buy it quick because there was only a couple of this book left. This is If You're Lucky by Yvonne Prince. And well, I had to get it. This book will ruin me. Why did I do this? So Shelby is really excited to hear my thoughts on this book. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, TBH, but here's my sentence for The Thousandth Floor. The year is 2118 and 5 teenagers live in this really high tower that may or may not be attached or floating above Manhattan in this Breakfast Club Gossip Girl sci-fi mashup. Okay. Oh. What is happening right now? Are you kidding me? This was not listed as a scratch and dent. I don't think. I don't actually remember. Holy crap. That's so bad. I would not have bought this book if I knew that's what it looked like. This is half of the breakdown by B.A. Paris. I bought this because I read, or rather I listened to the audiobook of Bring Me Back by the same author. Oh, it was so annoying. It was so annoying. So here's my sentence for the breakdown. So our main character is Cass, and she develops what seems to be PTSD after seeing a woman dead in a car in the woods. And Cass then starts losing her memory and her mind. There is 3 left. This is Pretty Is by Maggie Mitchell. This book was $1.79. Sweet, hardcovers, cheap. And here's my sentence. Lois and Carly Mae were 12 years old when they were kidnapped. For 2 months, they were held prisoner. And now they are adults and drawn back together again. I don't know why. Books about people who are missing and then everyone assumes that they're dead and then they come back. Those types of books are very fascinating to me. Probably because deep down, like, I wish people in my life could come back. So the 2 books at the bottom were of the like 3 or 4 of all of these books. The 2 at the bottom were 2 of my favorite books that I ordered on this list. So the book is The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody, and it sounds like one that I would really like. Just before she died, Rin's best friend sent her one last text that Rin refuses to open and read. But then her phone accidentally gets swapped with a boy's in an airport, and I want to know what happens next. I want to know if he opens the message and reads it and then is like, what the f is going on? And the last book. It's probably gotten so much darker since the beginning of this video, I apologize, and that is The First Time She Drowned by Carrie Kletter. This book sounds like it is right up my alley. Fresh out of the mental hospital, scandal that her mom dumped her in, Cassie is now a free 18-year-old who has a really messy mother-daughter relationship that she needs to figure out and heal from. I talked about 28 books in this video. So this is the end of this portion of the video. However, I'm going to plug on my Barnes & Noble unboxing right now. And welcome to the next day. So Barnes & Noble was nice enough to send me a replacement package, which didn't show up either. So then I waited a few more days and the replacement package showed up. I guess because it's the holidays, everyone is super busy when it comes to UPS, FedEx, etc. So not only do I have this one, but I also have this one that I ordered from Amazon other sellers because it was used and cheap and I really wanted this book. Hey, when the lights go out. I don't know how close I have to put it to my face to match up, but When the Lights Go Out by Mary Kubica. This is an author who writes adult thrillers, and I really want to collect all of her books, to read all of her books, because I feel like I'm gonna love her books, except I've never read one of her books before. I think this is the third book of hers that I now have. New Year's book resolutions coming soon. Here is my one sentence to sum up this entire book. When what seemed like an identity thief scandal turns into a mental downward spiral of insomnia and hallucinations. Hallucinations? Of insomnia and hallucinations. I said it again! Of insomnia and hallucinations. Sloane's life might have been a complete lie. I love when the main character is that unreliable narrator where you don't know what's real and what's not because she doesn't know what's real and what's not. I am so... Wait, what? Eden? Jesse? Is this in multiple perspectives? Oh, sorry, my bad. Jessie Sloane. Her name is Jessie Sloane. I just wrote down Sloane, sorry. Ugh. Oh, that's beautiful. So, I ordered 3 brand new hardcover, new releases, yeah! One of these is for Doug, however, reading the synopsis, I'm gonna probably borrow it and read it too. The first one on top, I will explain that I got Skyward by Brandon Sanderson because I felt like this is a book that's gonna be blowing up on YouTube. I wanna kind of be in the know because Brandon Sanderson is an author that a lot of people really love. Here's my one sentence synopsis for Skyward. The world is under attack from aliens in the sky, so pilots are heroes because they fly up and fight them. And though I think ostracized because of her father abandoning his team in the sky, I was gonna say in space, Spencer still dreams of being one of those heroes. 2 more and then this video is finally over, sorry. Ew, no. I hate this texture, it's disgusting. It makes my skin crawl. Next we have another Douglas present. I got him Furyborn by Claire Legrand. I bought this book for Doug, not really knowing a lot about it, just knowing that it's fantasy and he likes fantasy more than I do, so I felt like I would get it for him. And yeah, Furyborn. However, the premise sounds really cool and I'll probably end up borrowing it from him and reading it myself. Get down! Summarizing this book in one sentence is not easy. Here's my extremely run-on sentence for Furyborn. Big breath, okay. 1,000 years ago, a queen in hiding is exposed and revealed as the Sun Queen. One of 2 queens, there's the Sun Queen and the Blood Queen. Now with this queen's story just a fairy tale, Elena, a bounty hunter who has joined rebel forces, finds herself fighting in a 1,000-year-old war. Oh my gosh, it's finally in my hands. Thank the Lord. I saved the best for last. We have Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I had this like internal fear that when I got to Barnes & Noble on Black Friday where this was on sale for half off, I wasn't gonna get it because they would be sold out. And then Barnes & Noble's UPS or whatever can't get their stuff together. So I was just having a really hard time thinking that I wasn't gonna get this book. I don't really have a summarization of this book just because it's a sequel and I don't want to give anything away from the first book. Nova's double life is about to get a lot more complicated. Time's running out. Together they can save the world, but are they each other's worst nightmare? In the second installment of the Renegades trilogy, there's gonna be a 3rd one. Okay, that has been my November book haul, coming to you in the beginning of December. Apologies. Say we're signing off, Aurora. Bye! Bye! Say, stop biting me. Just say bye. Just like, good. Alright.